That's the only noise I'll make for the whole stream.
Yes.
I have no particular reason for wanting to play this all of a sudden. I've had this basically since launch. Watched Joel play through all of them. Haven't played through them myself. Well, I also watched you play through all of them, yeah. Or at least
well, you watched me play through 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Including, I think 2 was finished in a single 12-hour call with us two and Joel and Serena.
Yeah,
back in like
good.
2020 when I was getting to know you still.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For the
Yeah,
Dragon's Age, we now have 12
for the record, I can try to turn up the game a little bit. I like Ganasty Gnork.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a fat Spyro code. That's just a mod that degenerates use.
Good. Not to revive an old meme, but I'll probably want a second opinion on that.
I know that obviously I'm listening through screen share, so it's different, but I actually had to turn the game down from what I had it at.
Looks like I've got some things to do.
I turned it up from -15 to -12.9. So, I'm very hesitant to keep it higher, because every time, like, other people say that the game's okay, it always ends up being way too loud by my standards. The game's voice acting is actually good, so no reason to turn it up. Excellent. So, here, I'll turn it up a little bit
You didn't
more.
do the glitch that's totally still in this version that they discovered recently. Did you hear about that?
I don't think so.
Thank you for releasing me.
Sorry.
Recently, a glitch was discovered to skip this guy's cutscene in the original PS1 version. It's really annoying to do in RTA though. You basically have to. So you know how if you get stuck, Spyro will start flailing for a few seconds and then void out.
Yeah.
You have to do that on top of the statue and then perfectly time, like, in such a way that, like, once it triggers, you have like a second to fall back down to the platform and press the button to activate it, and then you void out as the cutscene starts.
Christ.
It's
Is there a way to,
incredibly
like...
precise and annoying.
Is there a way to, like, zoom out the camera? Turn off the motion blur. I don't know if that really matters, but...
I don't know. I don't remember having an issue with the camera in this version, but now I'm, like, questioning, like, oh shit,
Yeah,
is this the Japanese version?
I feel like the camera is too close. And I'm wanting to hit, like, C down, but... Yeah, that's...
It's because the camera's set to passive mode? Is that right? Try changing that, maybe? Don't know what that'll do, but...
Yeah, I know that Japanese cam is terrible. I'll see what this plays like, and then I can change it if it's bad.
Okay. Oh, you're quoting content, not commenting. Well, yeah, may as well try it. The best part about that glitch, though, is that the video that was released explaining how it works is called "I'd rather die than let you than be thanked for releasing you."
So, I think this is my 4th time streaming this game. I don't really remember.
There was the charity stream. There was the 2017 ones that are on the channel. Those are, like, I think the only ones that actually have VODs on YouTube.
Maybe it's only the 3rd.
Okay.
I don't know. I have a weird history with this game where I feel like I've played it a million times, and that's because I kind of have, but...
But just not
It's
on video stream. Then.
not as frequently as, like, you know, Banjo or something. Yeah. Nice watermelon.
Flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the
What do you mean watermelon? What do you mean he bit through the rind?
First, you must complete complete one of the other artisan lands.
I really like these games, and I wish I could actually 100% them, but I'm so fucking bad at the flying stages that I can't. They frustrate me way too much. And in 2, there was the crystal popcorn, which I sucked ass at. If I gave it like a few more hours, I could probably get it, but it was driving me insane. So, and then 3 was just full of bullshit.
Yeah, I like Spyro 1 the most of the 3, which I think is an unpopular opinion. But
yeah, it's one, then 2, then 3 for me. I think, is that for you as well?
I think so. It's weird because I liked 3 a lot when I first played it. But yeah, looking at it again, like more recently, it has a lot of really annoying things about it.
Afraid of what?
It doesn't help that apparently the Reignited versions of 2 and especially 3 are not polished compared to this one. I'm told, like they're apparently pretty buggy and just generally lacking in polish.
Excellent.
And it's kind of, it dips over the course of it. Like they put the most attention into this one, and then a decent amount into 2, and yeah. But I don't know. I had fun with them overall.
Yeah.
Just call me Autumn. Why are you calling me my full username?
Music just became Terraria for a minute. Alright, where's the last
Jiving in
one?
the bathroom.
Oh, it's just over there. Why are people jiving in the bathroom?
Well, isn't there that meme that's like what boys do when they go to the bathroom, and it's just the Terraria corruption music?
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna be weird and do the levels out of order. It's gonna be so wacky.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah? That's a thing.
Yeah, in Spyro 3 you had to unlock the ability to point at gems, and then in Reignited I think they just added it to all 3 games. So I don't know what replaced the ability to do that in 3, because...
Shrug.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should try the cheat codes immediately.
Sure. What's the level?
Let's see, we got the big head code. That one's a classic.
I know there's ones that
I
just
think you
change
have
the
to-
color.
Yeah, those are kind of lame. Do you have to pause? Let me just double check. Okay, yeah, you gotta pause to do these.
Well, what are all the different ones? I don't want to do, like, all of them necessarily.
Okay, there's 99 lives, Super Flame in Spyro 2, Big Head, Small Head, Tiny Wings, Black Sunglasses, Pride Sunglasses, which are apparently Switch exclusive, Flat Spyro, Retro Spyro, which is the PS1 model, that one could be fun maybe, Color Change, and Squid Skateboard. You can change the skateboard in Spyro 3 to a squid.
Good. Well, let me do small head. I want to see what that looks like.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause it. It's right, R, L, left, 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 B.
Okay. Well, I assume these can be combined.
Some of them, I think.
Alright. Well, let's do the Pride sunglasses so I can pretend that I give a shit about Pride Month.
Okay. R, left, 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 down, up, Y.
Excellent. Yeah. They look decent enough. Alright, let's switch to Big Head then, and then I'll stop doing codes.
Oh, you're not gonna do the retro?
Not really. Maybe later.
Okay, fine. Okay. Big head code is up, 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 A.
Oops. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. Yep, we'll have this for a while. Anyway, yeah, the small head was actually kind of funnier. I might change it back after a level or two.
Yeah.
But, anyway, yeah, I guess just, I've kind of given my opinion on this before, but, I have a really weird opinion on Spyro 2 and 3, especially 3, where,
Worst itch on the tip of my wing.
sorry, I'm,
Did you know that you get your long
yeah, whatever. So, you know, in this game, you're basically just a vacuum cleaner going around cleaning up everything out of the levels and, you know, poking the dragon statues, and that's about it. And in 2 and 3, the games are more about completing objectives and, like, helping NPCs. So it has more of a Banjo vibe, but the difference is that Banjo is, like, constantly making fun of itself and is, like, really self-aware and sarcastic, and Spyro kind of plays it more straight, and so it always felt, like, too childish. And it's like, normally I wouldn't mind that because I'm fine with playing games for kids anyway, and like I watch plenty of kids movies, but it just, I don't like it as much. And it's like
It's
the
easy for me to just tune it out anyway. I feel like
Yeah.
I kind of tune out Banjo after the first time as well.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the villain in this game is not really meant to be taken seriously. He's just kind of this bumbling jackass. But then, like, you know, Ripto and the Empress are supposed to be more sinister, but they just kind of come off as trying too hard.
I thought Ripto was kind of a comic relief villain too, and only the Empress was more serious. By the
But
way,
I
thanks
still...
for the-
Oh, yeah, thank you, Baby Boo.
thanks for the princess. I think we also missed Aramis Baramis earlier, unless you did that and I just missed it.
I didn't see it. Yeah, there is one. Thank you. 24 months.
Well, that's a matter of taste, baby boo, I'd say. If you're, you know, going around doing menial objectives for a kid's game, it can make it at least marginally more enjoyable to see the characters being a little sarcastic about it. It depends on the tone the game is going for. I think you missed a green gem.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, let me try it again. Oh shit, 2 baked potatoes.
Will they be good? Oh, well, sorry, are they going to be delicious? I just had the most fun with the first game, you know. But I still like the...
But, yeah, I'll probably still stream the other 2. Because, you know, I did stream the second game, but I never actually finished it. I got, like, 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through it. And I never streamed the third one. I was originally planning on doing the Crash trilogy and then doing these, but I kind of hate the Crash games, to be honest. I wanted to like them, but they piss me off a lot.
I think I might stream them at some point then.
That's fine.
I definitely want to do Twin Sanity and Mind Over Mutant, because both those games were, like, big parts of my childhood.
Did I finish the level? No. Oh, I didn't
you
get the egg.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well you're entitled to feel that way, baby. I definitely think it can go too far, don't get me wrong, like, I was basically with the crowd on the, I don't even remember what game it was, but the one that she was like, okay, so I'm in this world with, like, a talking dragon in my hand or whatever. Like, oh, what's up with that? Like,
Now I'm talking to a freaking cuff! See,
yeah.
like, I just woke up one day and saw everybody shitting on that trailer, and I'm like, okay, what is this trailer? I need to watch it. And I watched it, and I'm like, this doesn't really seem that bad to me. It's...
I think it just was the time and place, because I'd seen before that people starting to talk about how they were getting sick of movies having dialogue like that, where they could never be sincere about stuff, and I can agree with that. Again, it's just a tone thing. Like, okay, it's if anybody watches
Oh my god.
if anybody watches OSP Red's Trope Talk videos, she talked about this in the Bathos episode recently, where, like, she basically said she doesn't like when stuff undercuts itself for the sake of a joke because it's afraid of being sincere, but if the tone of the game in the first place is that nothing is taken seriously and it's all just supposed to be silly, like Banjo, I think that's different. It's different than if the game is, you know, if the game or the movie is mostly taking itself seriously, but then keeps being like, ah, just kidding, is a joke, like, you know, it's not
Yeah.
committing one way or the other.
Oh no, BA3 is like that.
I don't think so. I think it has sort of an Earthbound Mother 3 sort of Undertale sort of tone and vibe where it's like,
What's with the rainbow glasses? Apparently, there's a Switch exclusive Pride glasses code, so I'm like, sure, might as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch back to Tiny Head.
Yeah. I'll give you the code.
Is
and
there
for
a
the record,
code
that
to change it to normal?
No, I think you have to manually turn off codes.
Okay.
Like each one that you want to turn off. So, but I think you can. Yeah, I think if you want small head, I'll give you that. So it's
Yeah.
right. R L left B.
Okay. It's so good. I might put on some different ones later. The flat one sounds kind of funny. Let's do the flying stage, get it out of the way. Wait, there's a dragon over here.
Apparently. Guys, right now.
I'll torch him.
Is it Carlos Alazraqui in this game, or Tom Kenny, or some third person?
What the dragonfly following you is doing?
Or some other third thing.
I saw Alazraqui in the credits of the Mario movie. I looked it up, and he's just listed as other voices.
It's Tom Kenny in this game.
Okay.
So, of course, since we're talking about Spyro's voice actor, we got to do the Spyro is voiced by Carlos Alazraqui, the same actor that provided the voice for Clancy Brown, who voices Tom Kenny, who was well known at the time for voicing Spider-Man, who was the voice of Spark, the former drummer of the rock band The Pee-Pees.
Yes.
Wario only run a Spyro, get out of here. Blimey. Yeah. Yeah, Carlos Alazraqui voices Tom Kenny. I don't know if you knew that.
The rock band, the Pee-Pees.
Did you also know eating too much Taco Bell makes Nickelodeon's SpongeBob SquarePants shit himself? I got diabetes.
I actually don't remember if it's faster to run or fly, so...
I could quote that entire YouTube clip probably, but who needs that?
Yeah. I might just play it later in the stream.
Yeah.
Where's the cave? Okay.
Freaking small head.
The small head is pretty good. Yeah. Can't. Stupid Coke wizard.
Just to add one more note on the, like, you know, sincere versus shitpost tone in media. There's also a difference between doing it tastefully and just doing it at moments where you're not willing to go all the way with being sincere. Like, again, like, you know, two characters are having a heart-to-heart moment and then it's undercut with a joke, versus a joke is just in a place where it's kind of taking a step back from the serious stuff and it's being silly for a bit. Anyway.
Okay, this is where it probably falls apart.
I managed to get like the first 3 of these eventually in this game, but after that I just, like, the third one was such a piece of shit, I'm like, okay, no more.
Alright, where's the last one? There we go. I always found this first one kind of hard, and the second one is, like, super easy. I don't really remember most of them after that. I think either 4 or 5 is terrible. Never gonna get over the stupid small head. Is Gravity Falls twin sisters? Yeah, probably.
Dipper is a boy. Claydo was Rugrats.
That's true.
This is the Switch version, yeah.
Half the game will be transition screens.
Yeah.
Small head.
Is that like, you know, the baby that they introduced well after they jumped the shark?
Yes.
remember when Mario Odyssey? Well, I mean, obviously it still does, but remember how Mario Odyssey has a scoreboard, like an online leaderboard for stuff.
No, we're not doing minimal gems. So, let me explain that again. This was a fucking long time ago, like probably 2009 or something, or maybe even older. This was, you know, back when every LP I did had to have some sort of weird gimmick to it. I was like, you know, I want to try to do a minimal gems run of Spyro 1. You know, just... I have to... like, only pick up the ones that you absolutely need to get to, like, the next world or whatever, which also means that... which also means that you have to, you know, basically always go through everything at 1 HP, because Sparks will pick up stuff. So I went through every level, and I wrote down how many of every color of gem there are. I still have this document. And I never did anything with it, because it just sounds boring and pointless.
Yeah.
Like...
We're all a million years old. Of course, we're gonna reference stuff from a million years ago.
But why, though?
It's very strange to me that the metal is what is resistant to fire. I would feel like using fire against armored enemies should be good, because it would heat the metal. So I always used to, like, when I first started playing this game, I wasn't familiar with the whole, like, flame versus charge, some enemies are weak to only one dichotomy, and I always used to get confused about which was which, because I'm like, why the hell is the flame bad against shields and armor? Shouldn't it overheat them?
Yeah, I mean... fair enough, I guess.
Honey on your hands challenge.
Why was that a thing? Oh, wait, it wasn't a thing, I'm sorry. There was no DS face reveal.
He'd already revealed his face by then. There was the pumpkin picture, and there was the Magabon impression.
Were both of those before that?
I assume so. I know at least one of them was. So, okay, so if that was the only stuff where you'd revealed your face, I'd be like, okay. But then you did several Patreon videos where you showed it as well, and also the...
That was way later, though.
No. Listen, here's the thing. And then, recently, when I've posted that stupid picture of us recreating the turn around Ben, there's a creeper meme from when I went to go visit you in Dallas, multiple people have been like, is that Josh? Is that what he looks like? I'm like, how do you not know what he looks like? By this point.
I mean, I do go out of my way to not be on camera, so...
I guess.
Yeah.
Still, I feel like YouTube recommends me one of those, either one of those or some other update video. You know, you have like a few of those with like where you show yourself. I feel like it's always yes. That is one of them. YouTube very frequently recommends that for some reason. Like why?
That's a little weird.
Omniscient, huh?
I find it very impressive that they went out of their way to make unique models for every single dragon in this game when they, like, barely fucking do anything.
Oh, that's not impressive. That's just because they had furries work on the game and they insisted on doing it.
Is it actually?
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's well known that a lot of the staff, like at least the artists on this game, were, you know, pretty major furries, and we're like,
I see.
Yeah, we've got to give all of them unique designs.
There should be one of them that's just a palette swap of another. Alright, where am I missing
So
shit?
YouTube... YouTube never ever recommends me my own videos. I think that's the one type of video that it can't recommend, is your own. It does, however, recommend me Josh's stuff all the time. Sometimes Joel's stuff too.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, this game certainly had a lot of passion put into its art direction. I'm not really even disparaging it as much as, you know, I meme about hating on furries or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I think it probably is a little bit excessive to have every single one of these one-off dragons have its own design, and I'm saying that was probably motivated by, almost entirely by the staff being furries and just wanting to do it.
I like my insistence on doing the levels in this world in a stupid order.
Yes.
It matters so much.
Toasty.
What if this game had bosses?
I like the bosses in this game.
This
They're better
game
than the ones
doesn't have bosses.
I like the bosses in this game. They're better than the ones in 2 and 3. There's a bold heart for no fucking reason.
Yeah. I hate these dogs. Well, actually, I just hate most dogs.
I feel like Tiny Head Spyro with glasses should have a tasteless gold chain with a clock on it.
Why would it be tasteless? Oh god, that's just bringing back memories of the fucking Bess, like, internet blocker.
What?
When I was in school, like, I think around, like, junior high age, like, it probably went on a little bit longer than that, but, there was just, like, the website blockers on the school computers that, you know, would only allow you to go to things that were, like, you know, child-friendly or whatever. One of the things that could be a reason for a site being blocked was just tasteless. I know that Maddox's site was listed as that. Come on.
It doesn't have a clock on it, but the idea of the big gold chain, especially with Spyro's proportions here, with having the small head, just reminds me of the lovely fellow Mokotro.
I didn't realize this was the music for this level. I don't know what I thought it was for, but I don't know, I just randomly thought of the song a couple days ago and I thought it was a way later level.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of
So, a sheep.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Why is he called Toasty? I mean, it's less of a questionable name than fucking Dr. Shemp, but...
I wonder how many people would realize that Dr. Shemp is from this game. Like people your opinion.
Actually, if you bear with me a second, I have an image slightly relevant to what's going on here that I'm going to insert. It's just going to take me a couple hours to
Okay.
actually save it and stuff.
I'll go bake an oven in the meantime.
Give me a minute. It's not actually related at all. I don't know why I'm going through this trouble. Here we go. Stupid fucking thing. Like, what is this picture? Why is this a thing? Anyway. They showed this boss in the trailers.
For the original game?
Yeah, the boss here was just there's some dogs.
Many tricks up his sleeve. Oh, he means like, telling them to, to sit and to
Oh,
raise their
yes.
paw and stuff.
Insert image of the fuck was it? The John Lennon walking weirdly.
Yeah. And then the one where it's replaced with that one Earthbound boss.
Yes.
Is this level 1?
Yep. Which is substantially larger and, harder to find everything than level 2.
Then a couple of Ganondorfs. They were up to no good.
Picture of me making a horrible face with Maddox just looking bored. What is the Chinese robot stomp? Or, we were talking about the stupid gif of the one, tapping its feet way too fucking fast. Should leave a gem in plain sight until the end of the game.
Yeah.
That would annoy me too much.
Gavin.
Okay.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he
What?
eats butterflies,
Why was that,
he stays
like...
strong, like me.
Okay.
Sure.
Don't care, it's still GIF. I'm not even going to bring up the graphics is not pronounced graphics argument, because I've seen counters to that one, and that's fine. But if more people say GIF than GIF, then it's GIF.
I think it's from what I've heard, it's like a 75-25 split. 75 GIF, 25 GIF, something like that. Which, I think that is significant, on principle, I think that's significant enough for both to be valid. It still pisses me off when I hear GIF, though. I'm like, why are you saying it like that? I, find it hard to believe that anybody does it for any reason other than being annoying and contrarian. Which, to be fair, we kind of do for other things, too.
I like how that guy's gimmick was just he has, 6 clocks.
Oh shit, that was the tasteless gold chain with the clock that,
Yeah.
There you go, hopefully you've gotten your fill. I like the good graphic courtiers.
Now I'm just remembering Bender saying that he was one skull short of a Mouseketeers reunion, and I'm just like, why the fuck are all of the Mouseketeers buried in, orbiting meadows? Today, Philip J. Fry spends most of his time in his grave.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But
Cool.
first,
Alternatively, you can pause and leave.
No thanks.
see ya!
Turns around but doesn't leave.
Yeah. So, I think there's 3 categories of dragons in this game. There's the ones that just say thank you for releasing me. There's the ones who give you, a gameplay tip. And then there's ones that just... The joke is, they're rambling about something, and Spyro's like, I gotta go! And sometimes, it's 2 of those combined, as was the case here. And then there's the ones that are like, hello, Tyrannosaurus Alan!
I'm filling my water with water!
Yeah.
Oh, can you break through one of these walls? No, I'm thinking of something in a different level. Oh, why do
We
kids
make the
break
pants?
in video games? Clearly, I need to make George the Volcano into a me. whenever they make a new Tomodachi Life game. I'm waiting, Nintendo. I want a new Tomodachi Life on Switch that has the Miitopia features.
Nope.
And just a
They
bunch
had to
of new
make
random
they had to make Horsefucker instead.
crap. Yes.
What have I? There's like a whole giant section of this level that I'm missing. Where the fuck is it?
Once again, instincts kicked in. I'm like, press M to open the minimap. Is this one where you can kind of just get up on, like, you know, the boundaries of the level geometry?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, we talked about this in an episode of Mario RPG that isn't up yet, but apparently the game has been finished for, like, well, I say finished, the game was basically in QA testing like a year ago, and, you know, Nintendo's usual process is, they have a usual process for the games, and they'd already started like printing the cover inserts for the game when they heard back from the playtesters that the game sucked, and they're like, this isn't fun, you can't release this, and they're like, you know, ever since again, this is all like alleged leaks. You know, since then they've basically been like, ah, shit, what do we do with this? Because they can't just, they weren't planning on having to rework the game.
Giant fucking paintbrush.
If it's been a year, I suppose it's possible that they've changed it and made it better.
Press the jump button at the top of your jump.
Why?
The action button to drop down mid-flight.
The action button.
Port over Rusty's Real Deal Baseball.
Well, they gotta get HD, what the fuck is the guy's name? Pappy McPoodle?
Yes. God.
I don't think that was actually his name. What the hell was it?
Happy Van Poodle.
Right.
I enjoyed the saga with that.
Which inexplicably included Chris Chan.
Yeah. And then turned out, you know, actually no. It was a false lead or something.
What game is this about? Well, I called it Horsefucker. It's just the sequel to 1-2 Switch.
Everybody 1-2 Switch.
Horrible title. I maintain that the game is called Horsefucker. There's a dude in a horse mask on the cover, and that's all I need to know.
That's like, isn't that like, that the horse mask was funny like 10 years ago?
I don't understand what the deal is with the horse mask. I saw someone come into
just a
Pizza
meme.
Hut with it once, and they, like when we took their order and stuff and gave their name, they put it, they said it was Bojack. It was super funny.
Snivy, that joke is good, but I propose it could be made even better if you change it to more like everybody wants to switch to another game. Like if you actually like
Yes.
put the numbers in.
Feed the children's, more like we need to feed our children, so we made this crappy album.
Like feed the children. The horse mask is more of a Japanese humor thing. No way, man. I've only ever seen it in American stuff from whenever.
There's also the Hadou mask.
I feel like I first saw the horse mask in the Tom Scar video called Coming Out, which is the one that features a character who has a medical condition that forces him to come out as gay every
Mispronounced
time
planetarium.
No, a medical condition that forces him to come out as gay every time he enters a room, even though he's straight. And then he's at a party, and the other guests become intrigued by this strange phenomenon and start like asking him to investigate it in various ways. And so they're like, "What if you walked in the room backwards?" And he tries that, and his mouth just goes, "I hate gay people." And they're like, "Oh, okay, that doesn't help."
Good shit. Alright, I want to turn off small head. Do you still have the codes?
Oh yeah, you're just gonna turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay, ready. Right, R, L, left, B.
Okay, and then I want to become flat.
that is... Ready. Left, right, ZL, ZR, ZL, ZR, Y. I see you removed the sunglasses.
I'm a fan of
Is there a
this.
random color code? Not that I can see.
Wow, I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro.
Okay, but why this voice, though?
You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Are you ready to go?
If you please, even.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
I wanted to find a clip of him saying Heavens to Murgatroyd earlier, so I looked it up. And, Snagglepuss is kind of amazing. I'd never actually seen anything with him in it, but I enjoy just his everything.
I don't remember what Snagglepuss's deal is. He's just, you know, one of 15 million forgettable Hanna-Barbera characters, and he's just very camp. And isn't basically the entire show just he shows up and people are like, "Oh my god, a lion!" He's like, "Oh no!" Like that's the whole show.
I didn't. That's not what I saw. But I only watched a few clips. I saw one which I think might have been his first appearance, where he's like, you know, being taken on a train to like go to a zoo or something, and he's just kind of narrating to himself campily.
Oh come on!
He's like, "Oh no, you know, how am I going to escape this? Oh, what's this? The door is open, ajar even.
Let me get my candle.
What a poorly put together outfit." I'll pick one of the colors at random. Only if Josh wants to.
Breaks headset.
Yes. For what it's worth, if you did want to change colors, the available ones are blue, green, yellow, red, pink, purple, and black.
Oh wow, purple.
It changes his whole body, all of these.
I see.
Like, he basically just becomes the same. Yeah. I think it would have been better if it changed only the purple parts, to be honest. But
I'll maybe turn one on in a bit. I like the giant matchstick.
apparently the
hold on.
model...
Yup. Wait, hold on. Is that just the normal flame sound effect? Fuck, it is. It's that shitty sound effect with, like, something else layered over it.
Is it the shitty one? Doesn't sound like it to me.
I think it's like two sounds playing at once. Maybe not. Something got in trouble for not knowing how to use a lighter. It's not true.
I vaguely remember this story.
There's not really a story. It's just, you know, the guy was holding a matchstick, and I'm just like, oh no, I like, matches are, like, kids aren't allowed to play with them, so you can't have them in a video game. Because there was the fucking Pokemon episode where they're, like, trapped on the snowy mountain, and Team Rocket has, like, a single match to keep warm with, and the 4 kids changed it to a fucking birthday candle. But,
It's hilarious.
But yeah, it's like, you know, you're always told as a kid, like, you know, fire is dangerous, don't play with matches or lighters or anything, and it's like, okay, I have no reason to disobey this. But then, like, I remember one day, like, I was visiting my uncle or something, and there was, like, you know, more family was over there, and they were, like, setting off some fireworks, and they're like, hey, can you, like, they're like, you can light this one. I'm like, well, I don't. I take the thing and I push the button. I didn't know that you had to, like, you know, kind of spin the wheel as you do it. I'm like, how does it work? And they're like, you don't know how to use a lighter? What's wrong with you?
How old are you again?
I don't probably like 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known how to use a lighter at 10. I don't think.
Shoot the dragon.
Shoot
that
the
was,
dragon.
That was me
Shoot
totally
the
shooting the dragon.
This cannon is weird. Doesn't it always fire exactly to the length of whatever the object is that it's lined up with?
Yes.
It, like, detects it. I don't know how that works.
Dr. Shunpipe. Kids don't play with too many knives. I mean, my whole family smoked too. That doesn't mean that I was playing with their lighters, though.
Yeah, I don't... You're gonna need to explain a little more than that, Serena.
I did like the couple times where I was like asked to, because like my mom worked at a gas station. I was asked to like go in and pick up a pack of cigarettes from her to bring to my grandma in the car, and she's like, so you know, nobody can see you doing this because like technically it's like illegal to give cigarettes to kids, but like we know that you're not using them, so yeah. And it was always like very shady. Remember how Bargo's mom is cigarettes?
Yes. Being cigarettes is a valid reason to be incapable of taking care of your child.
Yes.
That's not canon, though.
But, you know, liking pancakes is not a positive character trait.
God. But we just said that she's cigarettes.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work. And
Your face is horrifying.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those.
He was gonna say ass, but they didn't want to be crass.
reminder that what the is a swear.
Yes.
Anyway, they probably are female addicted though, I would
When
assume.
I'm not chilling like a villain, I write raps.
What the? Yeah, what the is a swear. According to some teacher of Josh's.
I don't remember if that one was Mrs. Blasucci. It might have been. It might have been one of the more reasonable ones.
Might have been when I stuffed all those dollar bills down her throat. I don't know, I'm not a doctor.
Alright, gotta continue doing the levels in a stupid order. Let's, actually... Shit, I think this is the first level. Oh no, I failed!
I feel like cutting off a character who's about to swear is most of the time a pretty lame and lazy
It's
joke.
pretty bad, yeah.
Doesn't-
You know, there's certain ones that are kind of funny, like the shine your shoes, wipe your face, but like,
yeah.
yeah. That movie also had the one where they were going to say that Robin Hood likes to get laid, but then someone interrupted and said paid.
I'm looking forward to when we start going through some animated movies together.
Yeah.
We, tentatively... And by tentatively, I just mean that we have no particular reason to believe this won't happen unless something goes wrong or something comes up, but we're gonna do the Wizard Kid Let's Watch tomorrow.
Definitely not going to happen.
There is a weird part of me that's like, oh no, now that I've said it, I've like jinxed
I mean, I've been feeling like it probably isn't anyway, but we'll
Wait,
have
why?
to see. I don't know. I just feel like something's probably going to come up.
Because last week, it was kind of... The only reason we didn't was that, like, we were gonna... Like, somebody forgot
Right.
about it and... Head on. Like, okay, we'll make sure we get it done this week, and then... As far as I'm concerned, it's just... Yeah, and then I guess at some point after that, we can make a habit out of... Well, make a routine out of doing that every so often. Though that should be easier because we don't need to get other people involved or set up a Let's Watch.
Spyro.
Yeah, we're not going to record it or anything, so.
Yeah.
The only difficult part is getting me to sit still for an hour and a half.
I mean, same. Like, that's why I don't tend to watch movies. Is like, at least at home. I like the cinema experience, but if I'm watching a movie at home, it's hard for me to not pause it every like 5 minutes and do something else.
Yeah. This fucking thin Spyro needs to go. It's really stupid.
Okay.
What else was there? You know, there's the sunglasses, there's the big head, small head, there's the colors, there's the retro one.
Tiny wings.
That one's kind of whatever.
That's pretty much it.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna go back to normal, but then also black.
Okay, so flat Spyro is left, right, ZL, ZR, ZL, ZR, Y.
Okay.
And then black would be, give me a second. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Up, left, down, right, up, Y, R, ZR, L, ZL, up, right, down, left, up, down.
Jesus Christ.
Why does he look... This definitely isn't the purple one, because I used the
Yeah.
purple one before, but it looks kind of purple.
Let's go complete the look. Let's get the black glasses too.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is just the level lighting. He's supposed to be completely black. Okay. Black sunglasses. Though the actual lenses are blue, but anyway.
Yeah.
This is left, 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 down, up, X.
Let me try it again. What was it?
Left, 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 down, up, X.
Okay. I should probably stop fucking around with the codes.
Yeah.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider. Hey, Spyro.
You do know what rules are, don't ya? Oh, now isn't that a pretty face?
That crazy woman mother of yours.
I love that line.
Yeah, yeah, you would.
The violence.
No villains.
What?
Christian would always typo, or I guess not typo. Actually, was the text formatted digitally? I can't remember. Anyway, would always misspell violence as villains.
Good.
Like the actual, like VILLAINS somehow.
Vinny, what's this bit? We're just quoting Fox in Space.
Yeah. Surprised you haven't seen it, Serena, considering.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about?
Nope.
Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
See, the joke is he's old.
Yeah.
Oops.
There's bugs. We've referenced Tails Guy's Trolled on stream before. I'm not gonna just bust out the quote just because you asked for it, though. Like, I'd have to go find the image, and it's not that funny out of context. Just apropos of nothing.
Bugs Bunny asking people to use a coaster is funny, though.
Yeah. Okay, you see this piece of paper? Well, there's nothing on it written on it yet, but there will be. If you put a quarter in, tell you what, if you donate 25 cents to me via my Ko-Fi, then I will reference it just for you on stream.
I already have the key? I don't remember. It sure is just one of those games that I go on autopilot for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It means we can focus on just talking.
We can talk about the situation. I don't know what the situation is. We'll just
Okay,
make
I was
up.
trying to think. Is there a situation? Not think of one.
I will take this opportunity to bitch about something, though. So there was like, I think at this point it's been maybe about a month. I don't remember exactly when. But Ty released 3 like old beanies, but not really. They're made like in the style of old ones, but it's them, but with a 2 at the end of their name. So it's Bones 2, Bongo 2, and Valentino 2.
Bongo!
And it's like a 30th anniversary thing. And I thought that these were just gonna be like a normal release or something. And I don't give a shit about any of the newer beanies. I don't collect them. So there was a point where the mods basically got like a special, like, you know, they had like an insider that could offer them to like get them as early as possible, and I'm just like, I'm good, I don't need these. Then I found out that apparently they were going to be sort of limited edition, and I'm like, I still don't think I care, because I'm not a reseller. I don't believe in doing that, and I didn't really want them for anything, so it's fine, whatever. But like, these things are selling for $5 retail, and people are reselling them for like $100 each. There's one guy that somehow got like 30 of each and is just selling all of them at that price and is apparently getting that much for them, and it's like... But the thing is, like, I heard that they were only making like... I think it was like 15,000 of each worldwide, which is a pretty small number. And yet I keep seeing like all these posts of people like, look, I found these at the store, and it's like, how are they not sold out? Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
there is no DK incident, or more accurately, there is, but
You are never hearing about it. Speaking of the spaghetti incident, though, there is no incident, but I did make spaghetti today. I like Spyro jittering along. Oh, and then he just vanished.
Incredible glide, Spyro.
I didn't even see.
I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head.
Can someone clip that? That was really good.
They're pretty tasty. Flame broiled.
Poke Squirrel. Poke Squirrel is almost as embarrassing as the DK incident.
I only vaguely remember what Poke Squirrel is.
Well, I'm not retelling it.
Okay. What's gonna happen is you're gonna release the VOD of this in like a couple weeks. I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna get to this part, and I'm gonna be like, aha, now here's my opportunity to just randomly ask you when we're not on stream. And then you'll have forgotten. Even as I'm explaining this right now, you still will have forgotten.
Yeah.
And then you'll tell me anyway. And I'll be like, moo-hoo-ha-ha. And then I'll get to this part, where I explain all this, and then I'll just have like, you know, a Kubrick smile at the camera.
God.
Josh will be none the wiser.
Fuck is a Kubrick smile?
It's like a kind of slasher smile where like I think it's on TV tropes. It's this trope in a lot of Stanley Kubrick movies where a sinister character will kind of have this really big and wide smile as they tilt their head forward while maintaining their eye contact on like the same place.
Yeah,
so that the shadow of the top of their head kind of like starts to cover their eyes.
No!
It's either Kubrick smile or the Kubrick stare, I can't remember.
Nope, gotta restart the whole game.
Now, when you say plain pasta, baby boo, do you mean with no sauce whatsoever? Oh yeah, you need no more than salt. Now, I have had plain pasta before, actually. Not as like a full meal, but sometimes when pasta has been cooked, you know, if not all of it is mixed with the sauce, I'll have like a very small amount of the plain, because I was just curious. I'm just like, well, how does this taste on its own? And it's not bad. Like, it's cooked in salt water.
you know,
It's
bland
very,
as hell.
it's very bland, but it's like, it's not nothing. It's like, you know, I could have a very small amount of this, but I wouldn't have a full meal of just plain pasta. Like, that seems a little weird.
I like when Mario
Yeah.
eats spaghetti with no sauce.
The spaghetti I made was nothing special, but it was, well, nothing fancy, but it was pretty good. I made it a couple weeks ago, and it was okay. And I made it today, and I changed up how I made it slightly, and it was like really, really good. It was like, it reminded me of like the spaghetti my mom would sometimes make when I was younger. And though I feel like she made some. Oh, I feel like she made something else more often. I can't remember if she actually made this kind of spaghetti that much, but anyway, yeah, it was just a pretty normal tomato one with, you know, herbs and stuff, a little bit spicy, pretty garlicky. Had some parmesan in it. That's pretty much it. And I made a pretty big batch, so this should last me for like some, you know, a few days if I want to.
Nothing but loading screens.
Yeah, for tons of leftovers.
Well, Italy blew up.
A good trick that I have learned is that slowly melting in a small amount of cold butter into tomato-based pasta sauce adds a kind of richness to it that is quite nice. I did that this time at the end of it after I took
Was it
everything off the
quite
heat.
nice?
Yes. After I took it off the heat and I was mixing the spaghetti with the sauce. I let it sit there. I just put a little bit of butter in it, let that.
Oh.
It's pretty good. B3 is actually just an 8-hour loading screen with 20 minutes of credits. That's actually true.
It might as well be.
No, it doesn't have that many loading screens. And the loading screens are very short. They're like a couple seconds.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you know, the game has no gameplay. It's just
So did you guys get rid of all the Zelda combat?
God.
Uh,
Except for Patcher 3s. Those are the only ones
oh
left.
yeah. Yeah.
This is the best show ever, guys. Mary, quit eating your drums! I like the common enemy in this level is just a Mexican with a metal sheet.
A colorful snail holding a powerful flashlight.
Yes. I like how I got excited by the presence of that in, I think it was Battle Kid.
Battle Kid, yeah.
Just like, oh shit, colorful snail with a powerful flashlight, and like, what the fuck? It was epic.
We have been making good progress on BA3 recently.
Again, you have been making good progress on BA3 recently.
I guess, but it feels conceited for me to say that.
I know. What is the BA compilation featuring Mitch from Mitch?
Needless to say, we can't put the games on Steam.
See, that was the thing. I wanted to do a home stream watcher, like, covering the last couple years back in January, and I didn't because I just kind of had some stuff going on. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, maybe I'll get to it in another month or so, and then I just kind of never did, and so at this point, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just wait another year. I haven't watched all of it. I figured I'd want to go into some of it blind.
But the games blatantly have Zelda enemies and items in them. And Zelda and the Triforce. Like, I guess we could replace them. But...
We'd also have to, you know, build an engine for them. Because they're just... I don't think we could just put a Zelda Classic quest on Steam.
We probably could. Like, remember, Modern Zelda Classic is technically called Z-Quest Classic now, and the default tile set and stuff removes all Zelda theming. It's just an 80s dungeon crawler style engine,
Yeah.
as it's called. So I think you probably could release a modern Zelda Classic game on Steam, hypothetically. There may also be issues with, like, commercializing the program, though. I actually don't know if... Like, I don't know how Armageddon Games works as a company. Are they even, like, a fucking... Like... I don't know.
I think they're about as much of a company as, you know, when somebody basically, like, draws a picture and then they say, like, you know, copyright whatever year it is. It's like, you know, it has about that level of legality to it.
RPG Maker made games are on Steam, yes, but that's because RPG Maker is an actual engine. It's, you know, it is the, you know, I think it's like Unreal or, you know, something like that. Obviously not on par with them, but it is an engine. Like, so it has licensing matters. Whereas ZC has a really weird history, whereas originally just one guy, you know, Phantom Menace, trying to just make a PC port, basically. And then adding features to it because he could, and then it just turned into like a thing. You have to go out of your way, yeah, like Deep is saying, you have to, like, go out of your way to sort out, like, an actual license contract for how this stuff works. I highly doubt ZC has it. Rescuing Enzo, popping my collar.
I was about to say that Enzo sounds like... It sounds like it would be an Arlo-style, like, YouTube channel that has, like, a mascot.
Every time I see Enzo, I think of the fact that I had, like, I kind of loose idea for a, you know, Fakeamon game that involved the professor being... the professor was Professor Poplar, and the evil team was...
Not Poplar,
Team
Poplar.
Is that not how you say it?
I thought it was just
I've never
Poplar.
heard it.
I don't know.
I've never heard it spoken. I guess it would be Poplar. Yeah,
Did I intentionally dodge the big chest? I don't remember a big chest.
You can put GPL licensed software on Steam. Okay. You heard the man. Sounds like you can put ZQuest games on Steam if they don't have Zelda elements. But anyway,
Yeah, ears.
big ears. The thing is, I think people that make the ZQuest games don't want to charge for them. Like,
Yeah.
the community is pretty small and they make the games for each other, so I think it would be almost seen as kind of a dick move to make a game and then be like, hey guys, I finished my quest. Give me $5 to play it. Like,
No!
I mean, just for the record, I don't think it's a dick move to make a game and then sell it. I don't know. I like I said, it's a weird situation because it's kind of a small insular.
No, if you sell a game, you're lacking honor.
Unless you donate all the proceeds to charity.
Yes. I mean, that was the case with Twitch Plays Pokemon, remember? Like, it was a waste of space. They could have at least donated to charity.
Didn't it eventually turn into a charity thing?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah. So
Anyway.
anyway, there was the Team Helix, which their whole gimmick was they were like experimenting on Pokemon to try to make them stronger. I guess that makes them kind of similar to like Cypher because they had the whole Shadow Pokemon thing, but it wouldn't be like that. It would be like trying to manipulate the Pokemon genome or whatever, and that's why they were called Team Helix. And you know, there was gonna be this thing where it's like, oh, it turns out the professor is actually their leader, and his first name is Enzo, and it's like pun on enzyme because, yeah.
I mean, I agree with that statement, that I was better before I sold out.
I think your old and new content is both good.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here.
There was a,
I'd use that whirlwind.
there was an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I don't remember how late into the series it was, but it was... You know, it was after it had gotten the big popularity boom, at least, and the episodes started getting longer, and there was a part where there was, like, these, like, trolls, basically, like, in the show, that were just yelling things about, like, I don't remember. I don't even like. They were just bitching about the common stuff that people would bitch about in the comments, like, oh, these episodes aren't as funny as they used to be. I miss it when they were like only 5 minutes long and just all the stupid shit. And so it's like I feel like basically that way, where even if my old stuff is like technically worse, it's like it's the classic stuff. And I would never rewatch my old shit because I hate listening to my older voice and like the terrible quality that I had. But I will never consider.
For me to go back to.
I feel like anything like this immediately contradicts the tier list video that I made. But starting from, I don't remember if it was Mario Galaxy or Mario RPG. Whichever of those I did first was my first shitty LP, and every one since then has been bad. Is Joel your kids?
For me, it's weird hearing your normal voice every single day and then going back and hearing like an old video.
Hey guys, today I'm gonna be partarioing it up.
It's not what you sounded like.
I know. I'm gonna be partarioing it up. Uh-oh! I forgot to mention earlier, I am disappointed that the Reignited version doesn't have the noise when you kill the sheep in Stonehill, or whatever the first level's called, where they just go, hey, ha! That's a fucking great noise. I like how there's just a dragon here.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you.
Fake.
Be sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
Did they have to add the sound effect?
God.
If anybody was unconvinced that the furries worked on this game, then
Something, so sorry.
yes. Yeah,
I rely on co-commentary because I'm a boring motherfucker and I don't have anything to say about games. So, instead of just listening to me have nothing to say, you can listen to two people have nothing to say. I know you came here to hear about the pasta.
It's just easier to have a conversation rather than try to come up with basically just monologuing and telling a story the whole time,
Right.
or like a bunch of stories.
Let's see if this level is as brain dead as I remember it being.
I'm hoping that once I come and move over there, that that will somehow increase the frequency of relevant stories, just because there'll be more people involved. I don't know if that's actually likely, but
Yeah, so.
I don't know. I just enjoy enjoy and look forward to the idea of
Yeah.
being able to tell stories that involve all of us.
Yeah, I wish I had more work stories, but they, like, anytime that I would have any, it would just be, man, it sure did get busy, and it kind of sucked, and then, it let up and it was okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, this person came in and ordered like 4 sandwiches. It kind of sucked.
See, I don't know. I feel like I have a weird relationship with the concept of things being deserved or not. I don't really care about what is deserved or not. I think that I would like Spyro to get in, and I think he is perfectly within the realm of possibility eventually. That's basically.
Yeah, I think the problem is just the Japanese
The
release
Japanese
kind of
release.
fucking it over.
If they ever do add Spyro, I imagine they would add Crash before him,
Oh, wait,
just
what the
because
fuck?
of that. And I also think it would be cool if they were like added together and like had shared a trailer or something.
Game. Okay, well. Okay, I guess it's...
Josh doesn't have any Subway stories? Flash, what do you mean one of the characters in one of the Reignited trilogy games was made to be attractive to furries? Like we said earlier, a bunch of furries were the artists, and I'm pretty sure all of them were meant to be, you know, appealing furry designs. Tell us one of my Pizza Hut stories. I used to go to Pizza Hut, like... I think of Pizza Hut as being a sit-down restaurant, and so most of my experience with them through my life has been going to them to eat stuff. And there was a period of time where there was this guy that worked there that was like one of the waiters, and he kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, if you go there, we didn't even go there that regularly, it was like every few months, but you know, we kind of started to recognize him and he recognized us, and he was like, oh hey, and you know, he would be our waiter. And there was this starter that used to... God.
I'm sad because this is supposed to be the easy one.
There was this starter that they used to have that was like cheesy garlic prawns.
What the fuck?
What?
Just having prawns at a Pizza Hut. It's weird.
Well, they had all kinds of starters. They had like, you know, garlic bread and like, I'm trying to think of what else. You could probably get like chicken strips and stuff. I don't know, but I feel like that's normal for pizza places. Just have like a few non-pizza things.
Yeah, we definitely didn't.
Anyway, they used to have this cheesy garlic prawn starter I really liked, and they stopped offering it after a while. But the waiter guy, like, the first time we went there and it wasn't on the menu, I asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, they took it off because not enough people were ordering it. And he was like, but if you want it, I can ask him to make it for you special. And I'm like, oh really? And so he did, and you know, that was pretty nice. But one time when we went there,
he died.
No, one time we went there, and he was like, hey, by the, like, I'd seen waiters do this before, specifically at Pizza Hut, where they're like, yeah, you can actually, like, rate the waiter. Like, you can, like, fill in a survey about your experience and specifically say, like, who your waiter was and how
Please.
they...
What the hell is this? Why is this one so hard?
Anyway, this particular waiter said to us, like, hey, I actually tend to get a lot of negative reviews. He's like, I don't really know why, but if you know, if you could fill in this survey, like, if you know, think that I did a good job, then I would appreciate it, because for some reason I get a lot of negative ones. I really don't know why. The guy was perfectly nice. But
Stupid.
me and my mom were like, oh yeah, you know, we felt bad for him. We're like, okay, yeah, sure. But then we forgot, and then this exact exchange happened like 3 times. Like, you know, we went there a few months later, and he mentioned it to us again. And every single time we forgot to fill in the survey.
I hate everything right now.
One day we went there, and he wasn't there. And I was like, oh, shit.
It was your fault.
I never saw him again. Yeah, it was absolutely my fault. Well, I personally fired him.
That's the thing though, is like, this one is just a straight line. Most of them are a lot more complicated. I swear they...
You totally hit that though.
I swear they made this one a lot tighter. Like,
yeah, you keep totally hitting these, and it just doesn't count for some reason.
I'm like legitimately kind of pissed off at this because I feel like I've lied now.
You didn't lie. You just said that you remembered this one being easy.
But
in the PS1.
it is easy, and the first one was hard, and yet I beat the first one on the first try, so I lied.
That's not a lie. Lying is intentional deception. You presented your memory as you remembered it. Not to mention difficulty is a subjective matter in the first place.
I don't know. I still feel like I have to make up for it somehow. I don't know, like, what to do. There's probably some, like, other way to do this that I'm not doing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just fucking hate the speedways, so I couldn't offer any advice. I definitely did do this one, but it took a lot of tries, probably. I don't specifically remember this one, I just remember generally having a hard time with...
Okay, maybe I can loop around to that other one?
Maybe.
Okay, I think that's probably it. Yeah, I just did these in the wrong order. Garbage. Anyway, going back to a conversation that I couldn't talk about because of your shrimp pizza, I still don't see any reason to believe that Ultimate is the last Smash game. Sakurai says that he's never making another one after every game. Like, you know, even if he doesn't make the next one, they'll get someone else.
Yeah.
They're not going to just end the series. This is exactly the same conversation as, like, oh shit, they can't top Gen 4. They made the God of Pokemon, so they're just never making another game again.
Right. Okay, Boo Boo, but why are you saying that if you don't actually believe it? If you do believe it, we're not going to argue with you, we're just going to laugh at you.
Besides, I had a dream that they were announcing a new game, and it was for 3DS for some reason. And it had the guys from Contra.
I seem to remember having a hell of a time with this level.
Oh, well. You're wrong.
Oh, I remember what it was. There's a skill point for doing this without taking any damage. I think I was trying to get that.
This game doesn't have skill points.
And they added it in Reignited.
Well, now I feel like I have to get these. I'll need a list of them.
I thought they were in there. Let me look.
What do you mean, reach tricky platform? What the fuck is this? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it until, like, the end of the game, and then I'll probably go back.
No, I was questioning when you said that hot take sequence breaking is morally bad, because I refuse to believe that you actually, like, hold that opinion.
Oh!
Posting. But it seemed like you were trying to make us believe that you thought it.
I may sometimes say things that I do not personally believe to be true. Trondo. That sounds like an SC.
Yeah, it does.
So cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over.
Oh god, are they sentient in there? Like awake in there?
Apparently.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, we're not falling. Okay. I should give the old Sonic games a try sometime. Not through Origins, but...
Yeah.
And I also might just... Well, I was gonna say I might skip Sonic 1, but if I'm gonna emulate them with save states, I guess there's no real reason to.
Sonic 1 isn't really harder than the others, it's just less fun.
Yeah, that's basically what I heard. Recently I saw it stated, and I guess I always kind of knew that this was the case, but I hadn't seen it put in these words, that, like, you know, Green Hill Zone is like a pretty, you know, a good demonstration of what Sonic could be, like 2D Sonic could be, like this concept, this engine, this gameplay style, and then the rest of the game simply is not like that, and it's all just like weird puzzles and precise platforming, and they just don't do it's not even a Sonic. Like Sonic 1 isn't a Sonic game, basically.
Well, it's like it's. See, Marble Zone is slow as hell. Labyrinth Zone is slow as hell. The others are fine. Like, sort of. Like, I think people generally like Starlight. And I don't think I've seen people dislike Spring Yard. Scrap Brain, I think, is just, like, annoying because it's too hard.
I think you can say you've beaten the game a few save states.
You can say you've beaten it with save states.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's...
I also think there's differences. Like, if it's something like... It's weird, because it's like... I would not say that I really properly beat the Mega Man games, because I abused the hell out of the rewind and save states. That's
Right.
fine. I'm not gonna sit here and claim like I beat those properly.
But you still played them.
I played them, yeah. However, something like Earthbound, right? I had a lot of trouble with that and used a lot of save states to, like, you know, save right before a boss. Oh, you actually did perfect this, huh?
How? I
don't know.
died.
Maybe those are different. No, it says you
Oh,
perfect.
I guess just the boss fight itself.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was being really careful throughout the whole level. Huh. Alright. Guess I made it harder for myself.
So,
Unnecessarily.
yeah, Scrap Brain, you know, the problem is every other zone in that game has 3 acts. There's 2 Scrap Brain zones, and then Labyrinth Zone Act 4. So...
Yeah. The hell were they thinking?
And I don't even hate Labyrinth Zone. Like, I'm one of the few people who actually kind of likes it, but it's... Yeah, it's definitely not, you know, what you play a Sonic game for.
But yeah, sorry, so what I was trying to say was something like Earthbound, where I would save before the boss. It's possible I use save states in the boss as well, but that was just for video stuff. You know, if I did another playthrough of that and I only save stated, like, you know, in the level, in places, or like just before the boss or something, I feel like that's fine. That's just saving you time. It's not really hard to make your way back to the boss again, or to grind or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never had any issue with people who save state, obviously, because I do it all the time. It's like, whatever. It's just, it's... At the end of the day, you know, if you're having more fun doing that than, you know, trying to do it legit, then who gives a shit?
Video games are supposed to be fun. I've never really understood people who... It's fine to have the opinion of, like, oh yeah, people would, you know... It's one thing to have the opinion, it's another thing to be like Mike Matei and, like, go on a fucking crusade and be like... It's a cancer that you know the video game community is so accepting of save states. It's like it's a disgusting culture. I mean, I don't know exactly what he said, but I know that he really fucking hates it and constantly rants about it. It's like, dude,
didn't
get
realize
over
that.
yourself. Oh, he's like infamous for it. He never shuts up about people using save states.
I mean, I've not seen any of his random solo stuff. I also haven't really watched James and Mike Mondays.
That's just what you know. That's just what I've gathered.
Alright, so not counting you, because I know that you're going to have the answer, does anybody in chat know the significance of this level? Fucking stupid-ass level.
I know you're shitposting, baby, but... Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, Drake Bell Crotch Bulge.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this isn't the level with the Amanda Show music, it was the one where I discussed it. Ulrich, 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 go to the whore! Ulrich, Ulrich, go to the whore!
Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Yeah, there is no moral quality attached to what people do with a video game in their spare time.
Unless it's trading in Gen 4.
Well, I thought you only hated that in terms of when people were going for a collection. They're like, I did this.
I mean, I was inconsistent with my hatred of it.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very
Shit, what does that voice remind me of? Armor can make their feet very slippery. I don't know.
The only reason I would say that you didn't beat a game, Serena, is if you stopped before actually completing the game. For example, just as a hypothetical, like if you got near the end and then just didn't do one of the dungeons, and didn't do the very final boss fight or something.
What
like,
are you
if a
talking
hypothetical
about?
situation like that happened, then I would say that you didn't beat the game.
What game was this?
Persona 4. I was waiting for her to respond.
See, I was wondering if you were actually bashing me, but like using her as a scapegoat.
No.
Not really a scapegoat. I don't know what you'd call it.
It doesn't matter if you didn't know. Ignorance is not a defense.
Yes, it is.
In some cases, sure, but that doesn't mean that you suddenly did beat the game because you weren't aware that there was more to do.
Releasing me.
Oh, there was that our first just straight up thank you for releasing
so.
it.
I think.
We should have a counter.
Okay.
So how many are we at? 4. Oh!
But you said that was the first one.
I know, I'm kidding.
Okay. I was so confused.
Yes. Okay.
Is this the game? I mean, I guess it must be, but do you know where in the game the Spyro, it's great to see you, but I have to go is?
It's somewhere in this game. I just don't remember where. I think it... I was gonna say Blowhard, but no, because I think that's the one that has the...
Thank you for releasing me!
Serena, what do you mean, what the hell does that stand for? We just talked about it. It's like earlier when you were like, who the fuck are Team Helix? And it's like, I don't know, did you hear me 30 seconds ago when I explained it?
Hey. Oh. Oh, I forgot about these gems.
Beastmaker's by the well that has the flight level.
No.
Alright.
No such thing as ADD or ADHD.
Okay, well don't take it out on me.
No such thing as autism.
That's what he said. So.
No such thing as bipartisanship. I don't know what that actually is.
Partisan means pertaining to one specific political party. Bipartisan means pertaining to both of them.
Okay.
As in...
In that case,
so
there definitely is.
a partisan issue is something that the parties disagree on. A bipartisan issue is something that they agree on. I think. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means. We're not getting political. I'm explaining a piece of factual knowledge that is relevant to politics. There is no
Nope.
political
Nope, still
element
political.
mentions the president. Oh, can we not get political? Did you know that it's legal to... Oh, can we not get political?
So, puppy dogs in France in 1951.
Oh, can we not get political?
Milo, can I be the president?
Yeah, what do you think the president is, Serena?
Well, he's the
Think they're
king.
not... I would like you to explain to me in a 2-page essay, front and back, how exactly you can maintain the stance that the concept of bipartisanship being explained is a more political topic than the concept of the president existing. I will expect this on Monday. 12-point font, single, line breaks. Yeah.
Can't beat the champ, because you're the champ.
Don't be negative.
So anyway, the Amanda show. Oh! Oh, I got fucking spiked!
That's against the competitive gentleman's rules. That guy is just gonna get banned. Times New Roman.
Are we talking about the guy that had way too many rules for Smash?
It wasn't just way too many, it was that they were fucking ridiculous. Let me... Okay, I've read this image before, not on stream, but like 2 people. I feel like we could go over it. This could be some good content. Are you ready?
Okay. I mean, yeah, I've seen the list before, but it's been a while, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the meme is a picture of a printed advertisement of some kind that's been posted to a
Yeah,
Google
old
site.
guy.
Yeah, he's old. I'm not gonna be able to look at chat while I'm reading this, by the way. Actually, let me just cover up the game. It doesn't matter if I see the game for a bit. Okay. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Extreme. What? An epic competitive Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament. Where? The House of Redacted. When? Saturday, February 16th, 2019. The tournament starts at 8 a.m. sharp.
Okay, I already have an issue with that.
Why is it so early?
Who the fuck
Why?
wakes up at 8 a.m.?
Why? To have fun and find out who really is the king of Smash in Redacted. Entry is $5, pizza and soda will be provided. Woohoo! To keep things fun and fair for everyone, we'll be playing with competitive gentlemen's rules. Breaking the rules will result in a game loss, and if serious enough or repeated, a disqualification. Rules. All rounds are best 2 out of 3. You must truthfully report to the tournament organizer who won each round. 3 stocks per game, and the timer must be set to 6 minutes. All stage hazards must be turned off. No swearing or saying mean/crude things to your opponent. No eating or drinking by the TVs or when you are holding a controller. Make sure you wash your hands with soap and water before picking up a controller. No talking when playing or nearby people who are playing, since it can distract players. No taunting because it is rude and can make opponents feel bad. No items except for Pokeballs and Smash Balls, which must be set to medium. Master Balls are too overpowered and not allowed.
Dragons thought you weren't ready.
I'm liking how we're allowing Pokeballs and Final Smashes, which are possibly the most unbalanced items.
Yeah.
I mean, among them,
Just
the others.
immediately
So,
give you a drawing
yeah.
edge.
So, we have Pokeballs, we don't have assist trophies, though. Alright.
Okay, these stages are allowed. Final Destination, Battlefield, Big Battlefield, Smashville, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, Duck Hunt, Lilac Cruise, Skyworld...
Fucking Duck Hunt?
Lilac Cruise, Skyworld, Fountain of Dreams, Dreamland, Umbra Clock Tower, Midgar, Reset Bomb Forest, Peach's Castle. I don't know the stages that well.
Okay, hold on. Go through the list again.
Final Destination, Battlefield, Big Battlefield, Smashville, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, Duck Hunt, Lilac.
Okay, I'm trying to think of these one by one. So, because this is with hazards off. I think Duck Hunt has walk-offs. I actually,
Pretty sure it.
I don't remember. No, maybe
I
not.
think I don't know.
Okay, Stadium 2 with hazards off is just a basic 2-platform stage. So whatever. Lilac Cruise.
I know that competitive stages are like really picky about what is fair.
Yeah, Lilac Cruise I think is like
Duck Hunt
weirdly
is fine.
shaped, but it's fine.
But doesn't Duck Hunt have the tree? Doesn't that make that? Doesn't that? Unless the tree counts as a stage hazard for some reason.
The tree doesn't do anything.
I thought the asymmetrical stages like weren't allowed.
Nah.
Because then one side has access.
I think those are fine.
Okay. There is an option to turn them into a battlefield type, but they're all slightly different anyway.
They're not.
It's weird. I thought that there was an issue where they're not allowed because they're still not actually good enough or something.
No, they're not allowed because of some stupid ass rule. It has nothing to do with that. It's because like the way that you pick stages in tournaments is like you have a stage and then like a counter pick, and like you can't pick an Omega or a Battlefield form of a stage as a counter pick because it would be redundant with Battlefield itself or something. It's I don't know. It's fucking dumb.
Why don't they just allow those in place of Battlefield, but it still counts as one stage?
Some places probably do, and then other places I think can't because of, like, licensing issues with the music. Like, you can't use certain stages in tournaments because the music would, like, get the stream banned or something. I don't fucking know. It's dumb.
I don't think there are any songs that would do that, but okay. Except for Battle for Storm Hill, no.
Apparently.
Okay. No, we determined what the mystery with that was. I don't remember the exact
Anyway,
answer.
so Lilac Cruise.
Yeah, Lilac Cruise, Skyworld, Fountain of
Skyward
Dreams.
fucking sucks.
It does. Fountain of Dreams, Dreamland. Is Dreamland the one that's on the Game Boy?
Well, that's Dreamland GB. I assume they're talking about the N64 one.
Okay. Umbra Clock Tower, Midgar, Reset Bomb Forest, and Peach's Castle.
Yeah, some of those are fucking awful
It's
stages.
very random.
But alright, whatever.
Okay. We're only like halfway through this thing, by the way. Well, actually, no, we're less than halfway through. Okay. No spiking or gimping. If a player falls off the stage, you must wait for them to recover before you continue fighting.
You must recover.
Following them off the stage to attack or scare them away is unfair and not allowed. I'd like to point out, not only is this guy just banning this stuff, but he's also specifically, like, he keeps asserting, like, yeah, that otherwise it's unfair. Like, I have to do it this way, otherwise people will have less fun. Just, I don't know, it's fucking annoying and stupid to me that he keeps assuming that, he knows best somehow. Anyway. No character switching. You must decide what character to play at the beginning of the tournament, and you're not allowed to switch during the tournament. No directional air dodging. This is a bad ability that can be used for unfair things like wave dashing and avoiding attacks that deserve to hit. I just like to repeat that. Avoiding attacks that deserve to hit. What the fuck do you mean deserve to hit?
What's an actual good rule?
No character switching? I'm guessing. I'm guessing what happened here was that he was fighting somebody one time, and they, were near to the ground, and they did a directional air dodge, as he, did, a big committing attack, and then, counted him or something. And he was like, that's not fair, that should have hit. How did you dodge that? And they're like, directional air dodge. And he's like, well, that's not fair. And, just got salty and had this roll.
So, I need to stop again here, because I'm just questioning, because I don't play the game competitively. What's wrong with character switching? Because characters have different matchups that they're good and bad against, and if you are stuck with one particular character against someone who just has an edge over you, I feel like you should be allowed to switch to a backup.
That's all well and good, Baby Boo, but I'm of the firm belief that the rules should be decided by the people who actually play the game competitively and know what the reasons are for things being good or bad ideas and are more informed than us laymen. So anyway, it's a bad ability that can be used for unfair things like wave dashing and avoiding attacks that deserve to hit. Since it's easy to do this without meaning to, there will be a 3-strike system. If you air dodge in a direction more than 3 times, or a tournament organizer judges that you're doing it intentionally, you will be disqualified. Normal air dodging is okay. So yeah, I like how they have to have judges fucking watching the screen carefully and keeping account, oh hang on, they air dodged up and to the right. Okay, that's 1 strike, come on. These characters are banned. All Echo Fighters, because they can... Oh, no, hang on, sorry. In parentheses, there's a list here, which includes several characters that are not Echo Fighters. All Echo Fighters. Dark Samus, Daisy, Pichu, Dr. Mario, Lucina, Dark Pit, Lucas, Young Link, Ken, Richter, because they can be confusing to opponents and don't add anything to the game.
Oh my god.
Bayonetta, because she is too good. Reminder that this is Smash Ultimate, not 4. Chrom, because he is so hard to unlock, so many players might not be used to playing as...
Wasn't he already banned because he was on this Echo Fighter list?
Nope, he was not listed there, even though he's an Echo Fighter. And I'd like to point out also, all of the characters are equally easy to unlock because it's completely random which order you unlock them in.
Well,
You have special unlock condition.
what they're referring to is in World of Light, he's pretty well hidden. But yeah, that's really stupid.
But then just do it the normal way. Like, just play the game until you get him. Like, he could be somebody's first unlocked character. It's completely random.
It's actually not, but that's whatever.
Wait, it's not completely random?
No.
I'd be curious to see what the logic is for it then. Anyway. Mr. Game & Watch because he is too hard to see, and the randomness of his side B ruins the competitiveness, implying there aren't other moves with random elements, but okay.
Oh shit, here's the level where you learn to fly.
Yes.
Learn to fly. Got it.
Learn to fly. Duck Hunt because he just spams and is not fun to play against. Sorry, Kyle. Pokemon Trainer because you aren't allowed to switch characters and playing 3 characters would be unfair. Also, it can be confusing with Pokeballs, which Pokemon is your opponent. You know, even though there's no overlap.
Oh my god.
These moves are banned. All counterattacks down B because they are unfun and unfair. It's just a fact, you can't argue with it. He said it and he wrote it down, so it's
Well,
just true.
yeah, I mean, obviously.
Snake side B because it is impossible to avoid and unfair. It is literally not possible. If you play a snake and you use side B, you will hit your opponent. There is absolutely no circumstance under which they could ever possibly dodge it. Isabel's side B because it is annoying and unfair.
Please tell me that PK Thunder is also on the list, since it's the same thing as Snake Side B.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, actually, yes, it technically, I'll get to that. Shulk's side B, Shulk's B, Monado, because it changes his stats and basically makes him a different character, which counts as character switching and is not allowed.
Nice.
Greninja's side B, because it lets you teleport, which is way too good, and can be used to unfairly sneak up to / away from your opponent.
Definitely can't see the shadow.
Things being unfair.
Yeah.
No. All up... It's too hard to see.
Oh, right.
All up B moves on stage, because up B moves are for recovering only, and using them to hit / avoid your opponent is not how they are supposed to be used.
I see. Does that include Jigglypuff?
I would assume so, because it doesn't say otherwise. No spamming projectiles / smash attacks. Spamming is not fun and not competitive. You are only allowed to use 15 projectiles and 15 smash attacks in a single game.
Oh god, here's the person counting them again.
You have to rip the fucking judges who have to count this shit. No complaining about the rules. This includes you, Kyle. The rules are here to make it a fun and fair competitive experience for everyone. If you don't like them, you don't have to enter. Good luck finding a tournament that doesn't use competitive rules.
Oh my god.
Thanks for your interest, and I hope you enter. I'm looking forward to having a fun time with everyone. : close parenthesis.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking bad. I have seen this before. It's been a while, though.
I don't remember where I found it, honestly. But yeah. Yeah, I'd rather play with Kyle.
No idea what path I'm taking here, but it's certainly not the right one. What? I missed one? Yeah.
Glad people enjoyed that. Every character has a hard-coded track of characters that unlock when you play arcade or whatever mode. But so including like just random rolls.
So the way there's 3 ways that the game tracks how you unlock stuff. There's finding them in World of Light. There's do X number of battles, which unlocks them in a certain order. And then there's, like, doing Classic. And in Classic, there's, like, a chart where it's, like, it unlocks them in this order if you're doing it as this character, and it just picks whichever is the first on the order that you don't have yet.
Huh, okay.
Except the weird thing is, I think the chart only includes, like, the starting 8, so I actually don't know how it decides for anything else. It might just be like whichever row that character is in. Oh my god.
I probably should have waited to do this while you were doing this stage, because now we have nothing to talk about while you're dealing with the game's stupid, precise bullshit.
What is the Charizard copy pasta from Gen 4?
I'm not familiar with that.
These planes suck. Okay, I probably need to not do the plans. Let's skip them until later. I hate this, because I used to be really good at these stages. Maybe not really good. I was good at a couple of them. Some of them were still pretty hard.
TLDR, some scrub wanted all these advantages when playing Charizard and posted it sincerely on a message board somewhere. When you say advantages, do you mean like, oh, Game Freak should modify Charizard to have all these moves and this ability and stuff? Is that what you mean?
I assume it's more like, you know, if I'm playing as Charizard, you have to follow these rules.
Well, you say playing as Charizard, but they were talking about Gen 4, so I assume this is in Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
It's probably like, you know, you can't use super effective moves on me because Charizard's supposed to be strong and it doesn't have any weaknesses. Like that type of shit.
Oh, it is. Let me set up all this stuff. Don't use them moves against me. Are you cheating?
Ugh, that sucks.
Weird. If it was the other thing, I was gonna say that it reminds me of the katanas are underpowered in D20 copy pasta.
God. You wanna find that one?
I guess I could, yeah.
Literally folded millions of times.
Okay. So it comes from the traditional games board on 4chan. There was a guy that posted a giant paragraph complaining about how, you know, every time somebody tries to add them to... Every time, you know, there's like a D&D thing where somebody tries to add a katana, though, he's like, oh man, everyone always makes them so underpowered compared to real life where they're like extremely powerful. And you know, okay, so here you go. It's that's it. I'm sick of all this masterwork bastard sword bullshit that's going on in the D20 system right now. Katanas deserve better, much better than that. Much better than that. I should know what I'm talking about. I myself commissioned a genuine katana in Japan for 2,400,000 yen. That's about $20,000. And have been practicing with it for almost 2 years now. I can even cut slabs of solid steel with my katana. Japanese smiths spend years working on a single katana and fold it up to 1,000,000 times to produce the finest blades known to mankind. Katanas are thrice as sharp as European swords, and thrice as hard for that matter too. Anything a longsword can cut through, a katana can cut through better. I'm pretty sure a katana could easily bisect a knight wearing full plate with a simple vertical slash. It could just completely cut him in half. Ever wonder why medieval Europe never bothered conquering Japan? That's right, they were too scared to fight the disciplined samurai and their katanas of destruction. Even in World War II, American soldiers targeted the men with the katanas first because their killing power was feared and respected. So what am I saying? Katanas are simply the best sword that the world has ever seen, and thus require better stats in the D20 system. Here is the stat block I propose for katanas. Either a one-handed exotic weapon that deals 1d12 damage, on a 19 or 20, it deals a quadruple damage crit with a +2 to hit and damage and counts as masterwork. Or a two-handed exotic weapon that deals 2d10 damage, crits on a 17 to 20 to deal quadruple damage, +5 to hit and damage, counts as masterwork. Now that seems a lot more representative of the cutting power of katanas in real life, don't you think? TLDR, katanas need to do more damage in D20, see my new stat block.
Horrible.
Okay, no more reading giant copy pastas. Well, like giant blocks of text. For me. Did you activate the small head mode?
Yes.
Excellent.
And one more.
The pure black look with the rainbow around the eyes reminds me of the lovely fellow.
Give me a sec. Sorry.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, with the all black and the rainbow glasses, it reminded me of
I don't remember which one that is.
it's the evolution of Pelswick.
I don't remember that one either. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Give me a second.
Dude. Light it up 1337.
Yeah.
I like these black mage
Best
ripoffs.
character. Yes.
Good character design. Wow. Wow. So, as usual, I can't remember if this is a story that I've already mentioned, but this world always just reminds me of, like, when I was playing this game as a kid, there was this brief, like, I was playing it at a time that my mom just had, like, this friend of hers staying at our house because she had nowhere else to go, and we all just kind of hated her. I don't really remember why specifically, but I know my grandma went on this long rant about her at one point that involved her always eating all the Frankenberry, and so that I always remember the fucking Frankenberry rant.
What the hell is Frankenberry?
It's like a seasonal cereal along the lines of Count Chocula.
Okay. I assume envy is green because of the phrase green with envy, yes.
Wait, why are we talking about envy being green? What?
Character from What Alchemist. Remember when I made you buy Trix cereal, had like 2 spoonfuls, and I was like, I don't like this, and then...
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, I ate it.
Okay.
I feel like that happened with a lot of stuff. You didn't like root beer, you didn't like the cereal.
Yeah, but one
was...
can of root beer is like whatever.
I know, I think we... Oh yeah, you never actually did try ranch dressing.
That's true, I didn't. I guess I could at some point.
I'm trying to think what else there was. There was,
I believe it's unlikely that I will like it, but I guess I could.
I believe in using it on very few things. I like it on salad. I have it in my tuna salad also. I'm not the type of person that like has to dip chicken in it or pizza or like, you know, pour it on fucking everything. That seems to be a thing, and I don't really get why.
Do you have it with fries?
No. The only thing I will ever put on fries is ketchup, and even then, not always. I don't use condiments on, like, anything. Is there a level up here? I don't remember. Yeah. Well, here's the Amanda Show level.
Yeah.
Small-headed green sunglasses Spyro looks slightly cursed.
Yeah.
Why would Spyro be dragon normal?
Because he's the main character, so he's normal.
Oh, okay. I like how the head had to specifically shrink when I got into the level. That was weird. Yeah.
The weird thing about trying to give types to stuff is, like, if you're in a setting where there's a lot of something that would apply to it, it feels kind of redundant. Like, in this game, I guess there's not that many other dragon. Like, there are the ones that you collect, but they're not really distinct characters. But, you know,
Right.
if we were doing something like that, I think, like, it would be redundant to give dragon to all of them, you know, even if there's also a good chunk of non-dragons. I was thinking about this when I was rewatching the Bug Fables LP, because I was like, what types would I give the protagonists? And, you know, I was tempted, you know, I'm like, okay, well, it'd be bug something. And I'm like, well, no, fucking everything in this game is a bug, so there probably just wouldn't be a bug type if we applied the Pokemon types to this game.
As long as we can all agree that people who say that Mario is a fire type are wrong.
Yeah, I would think it would be normal or maybe fighting.
Yeah. But he has a fire attack, though.
In Smash Brothers.
But also fire flowers.
Which is not an innate ability. He also has the Ice Flower.
Yeah, but that one's, like, rarer, and it's only in the later games, so... Luigi is not dark electric.
Surely a plumber would be a water type. That's fair, but he's technically no longer a plumber. I never see people talk about this, but in the Odyssey pre-release, Nintendo put out some kind of thing that said that he's not a plumber anymore, like he's just a hero. Something.
Also, he's like 35. No, he's 25. 35 would make more sense. Because I remember, like, they said he's 25, and people were like, what the fuck do you mean?
You thought they denied that. Why would they deny the thing that they said themselves?
Is Miyamoto still Bowser Jr.'s dad? Or mom? I think it was
Yeah,
mom.
he's Bowser Jr.'s mom. Took it back. Why would they take it back? Weird. Can't imagine that. I mean, the Mario game canon.
Yeah, Jarvis.
Mario game's canon is questionable in the first place, but.
Welcome to Wizard Peak. This is my favorite supercharged spot.
Well, it's cool that you happen to get frozen right by your favorite spot.
It's because he's here all the time.
Developer's favorite spot.
I like the developer's favorite spot.
Bah! I like the extra life in this game.
I actually forgot this. The remake even had extra lives because they're kind of pointless.
Yeah. I like the random branch.
Yes. I did, well, so, I assume you're talking about how in the video where we rated the SCs on a tier list, I said that I came up with types for all of them. That was a thing that I did one time back then. There's no continuation to be done, because it's not like new SCs are being made. So.
Every day, 3 more are born.
I probably still have the file somewhere, but I don't want to sit
I'm
here
guessing
and
most
read
of
off
them are
types.
normal.
No, there is some variety.
Well done.
I guess if there's any
I would
specific ones
prefer
that people
not
are
to.
wondering.
Yeah, we can do requests. But no more than 7, and one of them is Absol.
Damn it. Well, let me actually confirm if I even have it, so. Okay, I do.
The whole point of this project was to get rid of the, you know, the new Hoenn Pokemon. You people are wanting way too many.
It's just ridiculous.
Parafoculif amongst Lationist and Mature Legend Panahas. See, I don't know what to make of that one because it has no fucking presence. I would say, like... I'm just gonna give it, like, Psychic Dark for no reason.
I think I put Steel, and the reason for that is because it's an evolution of E, and the only relevant fact about E is that it has a tail made of titanium.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess I can just keep the same type. What type would you be?
Normal.
Ghost.
Feck.
No.
Young Griff.
I've gotten you saying it.
It's not a thing.
Then why did you say it?
Because I like things that aren't things.
Which type would he thick be? I don't know about he thick, but what about big thick?
Pasta bag.
What is a things when it is not a things? It's a foot.
Fake. What are video games?
I just don't know.
Is it sad that I'm playing through this and kind of preferring the original?
I don't think that's sad.
It's nothing to do with the gameplay. I like the old shitty graphics.
That's totally understandable.
Listen
What the fuck is that rotating orb?
There's a secret area in the artisan's home world near the waterfall. Try jumping on the stones there.
Artisan's homeworld? Waterfall. Sounds good.
What do you call a Metroid when it's not a Metroid? A Mexican.
They should have had a conditional switch there that checks if you've already done it.
I don't know what it is, but it's just, there's something about the fact that, you know, they got the former drummer of the rock band, the PPs, to make the soundtrack, and they're just like, you know, he would be great for us making the theme song of this new show that we're gonna do. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna reuse this one from Spyro. Like, what the fuck? Also, nothing wrong with PS1 Elora, or whatever the hell her name is.
All that people that claim there's something wrong with PS1 Elora, I thought people thought it was fine, and then the controversial one is the redesign.
Well, I remember somebody was playing through the redesign. I don't remember who it was, or like, you know, playing through Reignited, and someone was just like, "Oh, by the way, you should look at the original character," and they posted a picture, and they're like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is that?"
What the hell? That is nothing wrong with the original Elora.
I mean, she's pretty fucking derpy looking, but
This is a
fine.
PS1 character. It's fine. In 3 seconds, Serena's gonna be a furry about the new design.
You were wrong.
I was wrong about another thing as well.
I've been wrong about like 2 things.
Imagine being a furry could never be me.
Why did that sound like you were being sarcastic?
I don't know, it wasn't.
Where am I missing shit? It's probably back at the beginning.
Now, I will defend Remake Sheila. I think Remake Sheila is like, there's nothing wrong with her. I do think it's weird that she looks so completely unrecognizable from the original, though.
Oh, there's a guy up
But the
there.
actual design itself is like fine. It's not that furry bait.
How rich.
I don't remember.
It actually has a design instead of just it a king.
The original Sheila has a design.
No,
Just because it's simple doesn't mean it's not a design.
it's a king.
There's like a million different ways to draw a cartoon kangaroo.
Well, they chose the wrong one. No, I don't know. I don't have an issue with it either.
Why is it only Val if she has hair and a jacket? Like, like, the hell? You can make a character design that doesn't have those.
Body piece.
Spyro is nude. I mean, he's not nude right now because he's wearing sunglasses, but...
Oh, yes. Nobody pees. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't going to work out. Oh my god. This is the part where
All your gems we fell in the pit.
This is the part where I bring up again, like, I'm really looking forward to when you play through the old Tomb Raiders, even though that was never decided as a thing you were going to do soon.
Yeah, no.
Also, I say that now, and you're going to do it, and I'm going to, like, you know, get bored 10 minutes in and just browse Reddit.
Yeah, probably.
"13-episode Spyro TV show." That's oddly specific.
I mean, 13 episodes is a core in Japanese animation.
No, there should be, like, a series of official YouTube shorts starring Ripto.
Yes.
And all of them just end with him, like, you know, getting upset at something, like, backfiring, and then, you know, like, shrugging into the camera. Nobody pees. That wasn't the
You did
way.
it.
How do I not remember how to get here?
I seem to remember having trouble with it too. But I'm a new player, so it's excusable. Just like jump at the wall really hard.
Yeah, I probably could. I have to, like, try to keep track of where it is spatially while I go up. That's the issue. Okay, so we're looking at this tower. So it's one away from this one. And nope, already lost it.
Somehow Bowser is the third playable marsupial. 'Cause he was
Yes.
playable in Skylanders along with Crash, but he's not a marsupial, but he totally counts anyway.
Donkey Kong does.
But the bunnies...
It's true. Maybe I just go this way. Yeah, okay.
Okay. But the bunnies will make you cry.
There's a snake and it's gay.
We're so proud of the snake for being true to itself.
Bad. I kind of hate Pelswick and,
What, really?
I mean, they're bad, but they're intentionally bad, so it's fine.
I mean, they have stupid okay, Pelswick is really shitty, like, on
Like,
purpose.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like how it's not a very good circle.
Yeah. I kind of like Ur's design.
Rhinoplast.
Skeletectomy.
When are we gonna get to Snowball Plap? So yeah, I think it's been doing this every time I went into a level, and I just never noticed. But yeah, we've got the small head during the flight section here, and then it like
And then when the
it gets big during the the loop-de-loop, and then gets small again when I'm like actually when I have control. Let's stare intently.
Yes.
Okay, got normal. Okay, why are we flying so fucking high? And shrink. Yep.
And then the second board is Ice World.
Snowball Plaps.
I like how those spiders are immune to flames. So
Yeah.
adequately
Whale
explored.
Bay. I've got to do my 63rd Diddy Kong Racing stream.
Pretty sure you only streamed it twice.
Yeah. But that's 3 times too many. What was that? How did I die?
The tornado, I guess?
There wasn't a tornado. There was, and I saw it, but I'm going to claim it wasn't there.
Boulder Canyon. Stream Adventure 2 this time.
I think I did.
Oh, Diddy Kong Racing Adventure Mode Adventure 2. Like, okay. I thought we meant Diddy Kong Racing 2, or like Diddy Kong Racing Adventure 2, and I'm like, what? Or
Yeah,
Sonic
pink.
Adventure
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
Yeah, pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta dig up that one comment from the Yoshi story video where they're like, "You're very comfortable in your masculinity to be playing this game as a pink Yoshi."
I like the idea that they envy you. They're like, oh, I wish I could just have the, you know, the fucking bravery that you do. I just, I just couldn't, but I commend you.
God, the fucking Diddy Kong Racing DS, I hate it.
Something about these green druids. They insist
But it has,
on everything in sight.
you know...
Aged up Tiny Kong.
I like how you knew what I was gonna say. And a, draw the track mode that...
No!
Does it not work, or is it just it forces you to draw specific tracks or something?
I don't know. It seemed weird. I thought you could just draw whatever you wanted, but it didn't seem to work. Also, I'm gonna be a like lamb haver and eat pizza while streaming here. So don't mind me.
Oh, it's okay. I got cakes.
Eating pizza while speedrunning Mario 1.
No way, did he go Racing DS remove banter on content? Saying it so. This is entirely unexpected. So how is everyone's Saturday? Puts cheese on cheese.
What is kimchi?
It is I believe I know it's Korean. I want to say it's either something to do with cabbage or it's something to do with like some kind of fermented thing.
Alright.
I feel like I should know this.
As long as it's not a drink.
It's not rotten cabbage.
Because I was gonna say, like, you know, I'm eating the pizza here, so, you know, I'm already breaking the rules of that Smash tournament. And I was trying to think, like, you know, what were they providing? Because it was probably, like, pizza and, like, soda or something. But I'm like, what if it was, like, you know, pizza and kimchi? And I'm like, but is kimchi a drink? Because I don't know.
No. Pickled cabbage, okay. So I was correct. I said it's either A or B, and it turns out it's both. Pickling is a type of fermentation, right?
Makes you invincible.
So is it ever explained where the hell all the other dragons are fucking off to and why they can't be helping save the other ones?
I assume they're going back to the artisan, well, beastmasters, you know, etc. Like their respective world.
So yeah, they're just not helping.
Yeah. Well, it's like, well, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but I'm sure there's another example. I feel like this is just a common trope in games.
It's great to see you, but I have to go.
Anything can be a drink if you're brave enough. Go back to the autism world. a good chance after the stream is done, that's where Josh is gonna go. And by that I mean
The fuck?
B3313 spreadsheeting.
Is that the autism world now?
I guess so. It's just because after we've said it, I'm like, what would the autism world be? I'm like, probably just, that's where you go when you're, like, happily filling out spreadsheets.
God.
For
Hey,
personal reasons.
the game has fucking 386 stars that I've found so far. It's a lot of shit to
agree
track.
with you. And I like filling in spreadsheets too, you know this to be true. I've seen the greatest thread in the history of blank locked by a moderator after, you know, thousands of pages each thing before. What the hell is that from? The dragons are in a hidden lair, fucking up a storm. Okay, so they're all just going to a giant dragon orgy, and that's where the, yeah, because that's where the eggs and 3 come from. I see. That makes sense. It's a drill tweet.
What does that
What was the
mean?
original question? Like drill tweet?
Yeah.
Drill is an infamous Twitter user that.
How the fuck do I get out?
You can't. Anyway, Drill is just a Twitter shit poster. Basically, he's been around for basically forever. And when I say shit poster, I mean like, his identity is known, but for a long time it wasn't, and that was kind of besides the point. You know, his account was just he would just say stupid shit.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Oh, okay. Nobody involved us of those different pies, and every single one of them's a piece of chili. I think I actually had lyrics to this at one point. I just don't remember what they are.
No, video game songs don't have lyrics.
Try combining your supercharge with jumping and gliding.
Gee, really?
Really explore the high caves.
It's like the piece of cheese world variant of material world, where it's I'm a piece of cheese, I'm in a piece of cheese world, and now I'm in that piece of cheese world. What would it be like if how many times you find yourself in a piece of cheese? I'm in that piece of cheese world. Now I'm in that piece of cheese world. I thought I said material girl.
I thought you said material world.
I might have, but that's not what I meant. Piece of cheese world.
Probably one of the most well-known drill tweets is, if the zoo bans me for hollering at the animals, I will face God and walk backwards into hell.
What the fuck?
That's a classic. Some of the dragons do go to Nasty's world, but they end up frozen again. Huh?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm a Barbie squirrel.
Nobody involved us with that piece of cheese, and every single one of them's a piece of cheese. I need to cover like 2/3 of the stream with a Hadoop.
Oh, wasn't the original Spyro stream you did 6 years ago the one that had the Duncan Hadoop nuts? It was during like your fake corporate sellout phase.
Yeah, that was it was in Spyro 2.
Okay.
Specifically in like a kind of an Arabian level.
I see.
Let me actually bust that image out. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I work next to a Dunkin' Donuts now.
Good.
It's relevant. If I can fucking find it.
I will take this time to mention that whenever somebody mentions Material Girl, all I can think of is the comic of the same name that I read like 10 years ago, and which I discovered a couple years ago may actually be the source of my name, ? I always thought that I stole it from a different person on the internet who was trans and picked that as their name. And that might still be the case, or at least a factor, but I then discovered that this comic that I read 10 years ago, there is a minor one-off character that is named. They're never shown on screen, but they're like sort of tangentially relevant to what happens in the plot. Called Autumn, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I got it from this. No, the ones owned by elderly Asian women are the ones that are just called Donut and are open for about, 19 seconds a day
Yeah.
at like 6 in the morning.
It's incredibly stupid that this is the case.
I transferred her name to myself. Well, she still has it. She's still called us.
Yeah, you stole it.
I made a pirated copy. Kill her and take her powers as your own. I assume she's still around, even if she's not still LPing. Let me see.
Piece of cheese world, that piece of cheese world.
She uploaded yesterday. She does videos on... God, all her recent videos from the past, like, year plus have been, Final Fantasy 14. It looks like she just records the MSQ every time it updates.
Mm.
Oh no, we're now the same person.
Yep. Hello? Can I help you? I'm liking...
I guess I have...
I'm liking fucking Lisa Frank Spyro here. This is good. Yo. I can't believe Spyro is using his fame to get kisses from fairies.
He's a problematic influencer.
Alright, where is the remaining 5 or 50 bullshit? The remaining 50 bullshit.
50 talk degrees.
I mean, he's basically Scrappy-Doo, so yeah, probably 12. I'm surprised that, people were okay with this, like, oh, bring him on, I can beat him character, because people fucking hate that shit.
This was in the 90s. I feel like people started to hate that more in, like, the 2000s and 2010s.
That looks easy, I can do that! Fail, 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 fail.
Imagine if, like, 100 episodes, or even more, into the Pokemon Horizons anime, if Ash just comes back and he's now, like, 49. Now he's been released from the burden of main character all of his years and just caught up to him.
God. Also, he has, like, 4 wives. But it's none of the, like, previous traveling companions. It's just random generic characters.
Well, 3 of them are random generic characters we'd never... No, 2 of them are random generic characters we've never met before. One of them is, literally, like, just a character of the day from some random episode.
See, I was gonna say, like, whichever is the least favorite companion, so probably, like, Iris.
And, one of them just is one of his Pokemon.
Yes. Where the fuck are the last 50? Fuck are the last...
My original punchline was gonna be like, oh, and the 4th one just is a previous character that was male and they transitioned. I'm like, oh no, that's like too obvious a joke for me. I don't want people to just assume that the only jokes I can make are trans jokes.
I like this. Did you see that shit?
I did, but I don't know if I know what I saw.
I was supercharging and hit a wall, and then somehow kept the supercharge animation while just running at normal speed.
Yay. You've been watching the new anime and it's surprisingly decent? I could believe that. I heard the Gen 6 anime was good, the Gen 7 anime I think most people generally liked, especially after I got to some actual plot that wasn't just the school. Gen 8, I don't think I've heard anyone talk about the anime for that, except for when it started to get to the tournament arc at the end.
Yeah. I think people liked 4, 6, partially liked 7, partially liked 8.
1.
Yeah. 1 is like, one's different because it like, it kind of sucks, but it has nostalgia factor. Yeah.
It's like real Gen 1, where it's incredibly weird and jank, but has a charm to it.
The thing is, I always see people talk about like, man,
Just hit different.
yeah, man, I love the original seasons with Misty and Brock, like traveling through Johto and stuff. I'm like, no, you don't. What do you mean? Your opinion is incorrect.
Well, the thing is, I haven't actually seen like almost any of the show outside of. I've seen a good chunk of Gen 1 and Gen 4 because I don't know if I ever actually explicitly went online and like started watching through the series from Gen 1, but I definitely did see the episodes in order somehow or another, so I guess I must have. And 4 was just the one that was airing at the time when I was a kid and I was getting into the series, so I saw a lot of episodes on TV that way. I never went back to 2 and 3. 5, I had already long stopped watching any of the anime, so I've seen like the first episode. And then for like with both 6 and 7, I was like, I should try to get into the new season and see if I like it. And I watched like 3 episodes and then couldn't keep up with it. And then I didn't even bother watching any of 8 or 9. So that's basically where I'm at. I would be interested in going through the early episodes with you though.
Yeah, I would not mind that. Yeah, I'm not getting the Ferocious Beast yet.
No way are the Kanto and Orange Island seasons forgettable.
There's a lot of...
I haven't seen that, but...
The thing is, there's a lot of episodes that are. Like, it's... they're the originals, and so they get points for that, but they're also, like, there's good ones, and then there's shitty ones. It's the same as with anything, but...
Fair enough.
Like, who the fuck remembers Make Room for Gloom?
I will say, a lot of people, obviously, shit on the 4Kids dubs of, well, everything that they did, and in some cases it's very much justified, like, especially, like, One Piece, like, that One Piece dub was awful, and also it was just a bad fit for them, but I unironically think the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh! GX dub is good. Now, granted, I have not seen the original, like, the Japanese version. Everyone that's, like, seriously into GX always tells you don't watch the 4Kids dub, it, like, completely ruins it. You gotta watch the original, plus the 4Kids dub never finished anyway. But I rewatched it a few years ago, mostly for a nostalgia trip, and it's... Part of it is nostalgia, but part of it is it's genuinely funny. Like, I don't know how to... like, it's just an enjoyable time. It even has some, like... I don't want to say adult humor, but, like, slightly more complex, like, the kind of thing that a kid wouldn't pick up on. I think I said this in an LP segment. I like it when shows have stuff that's, not adult humor in the sense of, like, oh, they slipped this in past the censors, but in terms of, like, just some kind of...
No! I timed it badly.
Thing that... Then there's also the stuff like Chaz It Up, which is, like, it's so ridiculous that it loops back around to being great.
What is Chaz It Up?
So... Oh god, okay. There's a character called Chaz Princeton. In the Japanese version, his name is Manjome. And, you've got, like, san at the end for, like, the honorific, right? So people call him Manjome-san. There's a joke... There's like a plot line that happens early into the show where he gets kicked out of the Duel Academy and has to go to this one that's in, like, the north, in, like, the freezing tundra. And he makes his way in and basically earns the respect of the school by actually honing his skills and becoming really good at the game. And eventually, all the people at this school start to, like, kind of follow him as, like, a leader. And they develop this kind of this war chant whenever he's dueling and they're trying to support him. And in the original version, what happened was they asked him to introduce himself when he first got there, and he said, Manjome-san da. Da just being, like, an emphatic form of des, I think. So he's basically just saying, I'm Manjome. But they misheard him as saying Manjome Sanda, like thunder. so they thought he was, so they called him Manjome Thunder as like a name, like a nickname. And obviously this is not something that would directly translate, so in the English version there's no real like mishearing joke. It's just that after they start to like him, they start, you know, they develop a similar war cry, except it's just Chaz it up, Chaz it up. It's really stupid, but it's also pretty good. I don't know, I just enjoy it. You feel like I would love the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's dub. Actually, a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2020, I went through a good chunk of 5Ds with the dub, because I was interested in seeing if I would like it, and I did like it.
What's the D stand for? Don't watch it.
I did like it. I didn't love it. I didn't have any nostalgia for it. But it was enjoyable enough. It's just it didn't, you know, I wasn't going to be hooked for 150 episodes or however many there are. Like, it's rare for me to watch a series by myself, especially if it's a long one. So that said, I've heard there's some genuinely good stuff in some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Seasons. I'm also interested in doing Duel Monsters. I caught some parts of Duel Monsters as a kid, but I was always more of a GX kid. Like, that was the one where, as that started, I was, you know, I kept up with it and I was following the plot and stuff. Whereas Duel Monsters was, like, mostly over by the time I got into it. And so I would just catch, like, random episodes on reruns. And then I got into Abridged, of course. But the fact that Abridged exists kind of made me feel like, oh, well, if this show is getting abridged and the abridged version is funny, that must mean the original isn't worth watching. And I kind of maintained that mindset for a really long time. But recently I've kind of started thinking, like, you know, there probably actually is some good stuff to be found in the original series, so I'm also interested in potentially going through that.
You should watch the season where Hada has green hair.
I actually did. I watched that as a kid. The whole season. I don't know why. I think I was interested in it because it was, like, dark and edgy. The original's great just to count how many fucking rules everyone's breaking. The thing is, the duels are never really that great.
Catapult, Turtle, Gambit.
I mostly just watched, like, when I rewatched DX, it was just for the dumb humor and stuff, and I know there's definitely at least some of that in the original Duel Monsters. I just don't know how much. But Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, like, the dub is just a fucking shitpost. They were way ahead of their time with the kind of stupid-ass humor they had in there. Like, one of my favorite moments is when Chaz is, like, he gains kind of, like, a new rival that shows up at the school, and there's, like, this exchange program going on. And this other kid is kind of, like, you know, better than him at everything else, and, like, you know, he's smarter and he's richer and all that stuff. And Chaz has this line where he's like, so what if he's, you know, so what if he's smarter than me and richer than me and, you know, more successful than me? I'm really good at playing card games, and that's what's really important in life. And he really says this in the dub. Like, this is a real thing that somebody wrote in. And it's great. And the show is full of that kind of crap. It's so funny. That's why I could never watch the Japanese version, because I feel like I would just be bored. Like, it would just be a pretty good, you know, like, shonen show, basically, but I don't tend to watch a lot of those. Like, it wouldn't be worth my time, I don't think.
All anime is bad.
I like some anime. I like a lot of anime, actually.
How do I get up there?
Jaden cheats all the time. I didn't notice that. When you say cheats, what do you mean? Like, his cards do something different from what they do in the games? Like, in the real game? Because, I mean, that's just normal. Like, the show does that all the time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Treads the line between being sincere and being too unwilling to be serious. I don't know. I never really thought about it that hard with Yu-Gi-Oh! He doesn't apply effects correctly. Is it that the cards just work in a different way in the show, or is it literally like he will explain, it lets me do this, and then is inconsistent with himself or something? If he's inconsistent, then sure, that's a mistake. But if it's just, it works differently, like the writers made it work differently, like I feel like that's fine.
I thought this one's name was just Kevin.
Yeah, the card game was not the original focus of the manga. The idea was it was supposed to be...
Eggs outside
you know, these characters are at a club where they just play various different board games and card games. Meanwhile, you know, he has this dark alter ego that takes over and punishes, like, evildoers and stuff like that. And then people got really into the Magic the Gathering clone that they put in the manga and asked him to expand it out. So they made a preliminary set of cards, people liked it, it got picked up by Konami, and then they developed a full trading card game around it.
That is unusual.
And then the manga became about that. Yep.
I didn't know any of that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, I assumed it was just they made a card game and an anime to market it.
Oh yeah, no. The original, like, it all started with a manga called Yu-Gi-Oh!, meaning King of Games. At least I believe. You know, kid gets a dark alter ego, plays board and card games, all the stuff I said. Once upon a time, there was a chapter where it's like, you know, in this chapter, they're playing this game called Duel Monsters, and it was just a rip-off of Magic the Gathering. But people were interested in it, and they went from there.
So, shit, the entire card game is fake.
Oh my god, sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic and Pokemon all had vastly different beginnings as card games. It's very interesting. Yeah. What do you mean karma? What if you could actually talk to game developers? Well, considering that Josh and I both develop games, we talk to each other, we're talking to game developers.
Good or bad?
It works differently and they explain it incorrectly. I'd have to pay attention to that, but I feel like if it's just, you know, it works a little differently in the show, then that's fine. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. I guess what I'm asking is, if you had no knowledge of the real-life card game, is there any point where the show contradicts itself or does something that doesn't make sense? Or rather, how often?
How the fuck is it already 7:30?
I don't know.
As I was thinking I was gonna just, you know, do the whole game in one stream, but
it seemed like that at first because you went through the first two worlds pretty quick. But yeah, it really slows down towards the end. It's up to you. I can stay up as late as I want today, but if you are getting a bit tired of it and you want to give it a break, that's also fine.
it's under 3 hours, you know, the thing is I just hit the halfway point, so like, if I'm gonna stop anywhere, it should be here. I'm I don't want to, like, do another world and then only have 2 worlds left in the last stream, so I guess I should probably stop if I'm not going to commit to the whole thing. I don't know if I want to do the whole thing today, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a stream that's, you know, I get the final hit and...
To be fair, you could go as long as you want, and then next stream, finish the game and start 2.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay. Fair enough then. We're not doing a shortfall.
Yeah, I'm okay with just ending. I'll just, you know, do this. And then, here. Okay. Have the next stream start with Fitfu. What is Fitfu again? That sounds familiar.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay, yeah, I'll just end it here then. Sorry, it was kind of abrupt. I didn't expect to stop here, but I looked at the clock. I thought it was like 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So, alright, yeah, maybe next week. I don't know.
We'll see. Bye, guys.
Bitch.
Have a good night.